What's up? What's up? So, I have a pretty cool little story. You know, I didn't order the Bonza this week. I was supposed to do the Bonza video Tuesday. 2 days. I never ordered it. I couldn't find a place that took PayPal that was in the US. So my shop called and said, we're out of coils. We need more coils. So I went there. He had the Bonza. I had enough store credit. I had to pay 40% on top because I'm in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia wholesale tax is 40%. So I had to pay 40% extra, but I got me a Bonza. So I get to do the video on Tuesday. I literally just threw a build in here right before I came on. So Tuesday, I will be doing the Bonza review. Or not review. You know, the Bonza breakdown, put a build in it. Show you what it's about. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? I put up that video today, the brass cleaning video. So far, so good. I mean, I literally just took the third hit off of it. So, like, I literally just threw a build in it. Like, I just dripped the first time. It's like the cotton is still a little dry because I literally just dripped it. So I threw in some 0.1 aliens. I have, there's 6, 9, 12, 15 holes in it, and I got 9 of them open on each side, and the flavor is pretty fucking good. Oh, thank you, thank you. So what's up, everybody? So basically tonight, I did a live video last night. We did a crazy build last night. What's up, everybody? Crabtree, Drew, Cloud Envy. King, Victor, Chestina, The Faceless Vapor, Casey, SM, Bones, Tyler, Steven, Darth Vapor, Dustin, Cloud Envy, West End Liquids, what's up? That's it so far. What's up, what's up, what's up? So, I was going to keep it simple tonight. If anybody has any questions, you want to see me do something simple, any simple questions on simple builds. I know if I wasn't paying attention. Is Brad in here? Is BC Collins in here? I know he wanted to see, even if he's not in here, I know he watches the replay. He wanted to see a Mohawk alien. Somebody did ask me about an alien, so I can do an alien. I could do a Mohawk alien, and I could probably do more than that. So we could do that to start off, and if anybody else has any questions about stuff that's a little simpler, we could do that. So the floor is open if anybody needs it. But first I'll do an alien first, and then I'll do a Mohawk. Somebody wanted to see a no stretch alien, that's right. I don't think a stitch Mohawk's considered simple. We could do a stitch Mohawk one time. Whether it's tonight, I don't know. It kind of depends. Yes, okay, so that's something I wanted to talk about. Selling coils. I do sell coils. I get the question all the time live. Um, Binary Razor Hawk, yeah, that'll be the first on my list when it comes to easy coils. So I always get the question of selling coils, and I tell people to DM me on Instagram. So you basically have to have Instagram to get to me with coils. You could technically email me or text me on YouTube. You could put a message in there and I'll get to you. But the easiest way is through Instagram. Now, usually I tell you to DM me for prices, but now on Instagram I can't show you. God damn it. Let me upgrade my Instagram on this phone real quick so I could show you what goes on with Instagram now. So Instagram has added this little feature, right, where a person could save their favorite stories. So what I did was, if you go to my Instagram feed, right, and you go on to go into my Instagram feed, right on my face cover, there's stories right below my bio, and you'll see for sale. Hit that for sale, and my coils and prices come up. You might want to screenshot it because it goes off in 15 seconds, but let me update my Instagram so I can kind of show you how to get there really easily. I have two phones. This one's for pictures and stuff, so I got to update. So, buffering. Yeah, I could just do no stretch aliens. Tri-core fuse Claptons. How do you keep the cores flat? Mine always Mohawk. I can do aliens, but can't get tri-core fused. I could show you a tri-core fused. A tri-core fused is a lot like a triple core stagger fuse Clapton. You got to do a little bit of it. You got to fuse a little bit and pinch it with some nylon pliers. Fuse a little bit, pinch it. Fuse a little bit, pinch it. Fuse a little bit, pinch it. Keeping your frame aligned, meaning your frame's in what kind of a build? In like a frame staple? Your screen shows a coil. Refresh. Refresh the video. Yeah, back out and try again. Well, yeah, somebody tell him to back out and try again. I'm sorry. I don't think he could hear me. I could probably text it in a second if he's still having problems. All right, so that was quick. All right. So this is my story, okay? Or this is my feed, all right? See this right here? You could save stories on there now. So you just hit this, and that shows you my coils, prices, and ohms. And I will be adding more coils soon to that list. But you see it goes all fast. So just hit that, screenshot it, and then DM me if you want it. All right? You have a screen. This is only this screen doesn't bother me. This is on IG, yeah. All right. This is all IG. So you go to your IG. Oh, you go to your IG. Search for me. You find me. Go to my story. Well, here. Search. Go N. I'm usually one of the first ones that pops up, and then that's my page where you can see all my pictures. It says for sale right there. Boom. Easy, easy, easy. So other than that, Tuesday we're going to do the video with the Bonza. We'll do a build. I'll figure out a build to do on Tuesday. And then on the following Tuesday, I'm going to do a pre-recorded video the following Tuesday. And then the next Tuesday I'll get another RDA and we'll do another RDA video. Now next Saturday or Sunday, next Sunday, I was supposed to go on early today. I apologize to anybody in the UK. I said I would try to get on early today for people in the UK. Next Sunday, we're going to do an early video. We're going to do like 5:30 next Sunday. All right? So 5:30 next Sunday, we'll do a video just like this video, but early on Sunday. So 5:30 p.m. So 3 hours earlier than right now. We'll be live next Sunday. All right? So I'm probably going to just alternate just for people in the UK. And honestly, the last time I did that, I got more viewers than usual. Whenever I have stagger fuse Clapton build, it's just the fusing I have problems with. Yeah, that's because of the spacing. My finger's fine. I heal up pretty quick. It's on my thumb. It's fine. So right now we got aliens, we got Mohawk aliens, we got no stretch aliens, and then somebody's asking me about that's the funny thing about Wolverine though, isn't it? Wolverine's superpower is just like everybody's got that superpower. His is just fast. Like everybody regenerates, but his is just fast. But then he's got the claws. And then some dickhead put metal bones in them. Yeah. Alright, so let's do it like this. Adamantium. Adamantium. Okay, twisted wire mohawk. That would be pretty cool. I wonder if it would stand up properly. It would be hard to do because twisted wire is very flimsy. You don't have a vise or swivels? A triple core fuse Clapton? We could do that. I'm not still vaping Witch Doctor. I took it. It's a good juice. It's a lot like if you ever had Royalty from Vapetasia, it's a lot like that. It's very sweet, a very sweet tobacco. It's like one of the sweetest juices I've ever had. It's a very sweet tobacco. Like, no joke, it's not just like a sweet tobacco, it's just a sweet juice, like period. Like this is a sweet juice. It's pretty much as sweet as this. It's a very sweet juice. I could show you a way to do some builds without swivels. But swivels are cheap on eBay, but I could show you how to do some builds without swivels also. Alright, so this is what we'll do. We'll make a little list here. Obviously, we're going to have to go through them quick because now it's getting up there with builds now. So we'll do a basic alien, a no stretch, banana rum's banging. I really like banana. That's what's in this. The banana rum legend, banging. It's one of my favorites from that line. That's definitely one of my favorites. It's not like, I don't get the rum in it at all. I don't really get the rum. I let somebody else try it and they say, you know, I could taste the rum a little bit. It tastes like a very like browned banana. Like a banana that's been sitting there for like a day or two. It tastes like a browned banana. It's really good. Okay, basic alien, no stretch, mohawk. And then we'll do a triple fuse Clapton with no swivel. And that'll hit two people asked me for a triple fuse Clapton. The triple fuse Clapton with no swivel is going to be a lot like the one with a swivel, the way I do it. If I do an interlock stitch for alien, do 38 interlock and 40 stitch. 38, 38, 38 isn't going to be good. And 36 interlock doesn't work good neither. Alright. West End, what's up? Alright. Basic alien, no stretch alien, mohawk alien, and then a triple fuse Clapton, no swivel. Alright, and I think that's pretty much going to be it. If I have more time after that, we'll do a basic frame staple. Because somebody asked me about frames. But that person that asked me about frames, I would suggest just going, if I don't get to the frame staple, I would suggest just going and watching my frame staple tutorial. Basically the key is you got to have everything on the swivel. Like, don't have the frame sticking out. If your frames are flopping over or something, it's probably because you don't have them secured evenly or there's not a lot of tension on them. You have to have all clean tension, all even tension. As much tension on the ribbon, you have to have that much tension on the frames. All right. Even using hot glue, yep. Because what if you hot glue it and it's loose in the middle and it's hot glued on both sides? But it's got to have even tension. If you pull that tension and then hot glue it, then you'll be all right. But yeah, yep. Use a ribbon slider would work too. So first, I'm going to get my fast drill, right? Now, I already have a decor here, all right? I have a decor that's actually enough for 2 aliens, or actually 4 aliens. So I only have to make, as long as I don't mess up, I only have to make 1 more of them to do all my aliens tonight. So I'm going to be doing 1 Clapton, 1 decor, but I have, I have more sitting here. I actually have even more than that. Where'd that other one go? So first I need to get a piece of 26 gauge, which I have right here. So I have a piece of 26, right? And this is taken off the spool and stretched straight, all right? Or you could always twist it to make it straight, but basically taken off the spool and it's straight. What's up, Bobby? Yeah, you like the polishing video? Yeah, I fucked it up yesterday, but I fixed it today. I actually had to fix it twice. I almost fucked it up again. But luckily I checked it before I posted it. So, I have a piece of 26 gauge here. I got it on my swivel. And now I'm going to put it on my drill. Now my drill has a swivel hook on the end of it because this is my fast drill. So I basically have an impact drill, all right, and it hooks up to this, and then I drill the hole in it, and I put that hook on there. So I'm going to put my 26 through that and twist it, and that hooks up to my impact drill that goes 2800 RPM, which is 1,000 more RPM faster than my other drill. So I just take the 26, put it on the hook, bend it over, and then grab it and twist it. I usually do this when it's on the drill. So this is a little different for me. When your mod says low atomizer, it means your build's too low. Yeah. Yeah, or there's a short. Yeah. But it means your ohms are below 0.1. It's what kind of mod do you have? It's probably below a 0.1. Tighten up the screws and see, and take the addy off and twist it back on. If it was working before, you might be able to get it to work again by tightening up the screws. Alright, so now I'm going to get my 36 gauge nichrome. What decor for a 26 gauge, for a dual 26 gauge alien? I have an alien math video, it's 28. No, for a dual 26 gauge, it's 28. Whenever you want to do 2 cores, you go down. When you want to do 4 cores, you go up. But I have an alien math video that explains all that. So now I'm just claptoning in the clockwise rotation. You could do it with 26, you just understretch it. .432 and a 28 gauge D core? Huh. That would more be like a 5 core. You should do 5 core 32 with 28 gauge. It'll work, just understretch it. But yeah, 30 would work better for that 4 gauge. So when I want to make a dual coil set of aliens, I clapped in 14 inches. 14 inches will be enough to give me 2 dual coils. Alright, so I got 14 here. Alright, so now I'm going to take the 36, put my drill in reverse. I'm going to hold this 36 and spin. So I'm holding the clapton while the core spins. Alright, and then I'm going to pinch down here, and it's moving back and forth, so it's ready to be decored. It starts loosening from here and then goes back. So when it's loose here, it's loose all the way. And I just go a little more. I'm going to cut the 36. I'm going to cut the 26 close to the drill. And then I'm going to pinch the clapton and pull it off. And that's a D-core. It's a coreless piece of 36 gauge taken off of 26. Alright, now I can get rid of this 26, put it aside. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 3 pieces of 26 gauge. I'm going to use Canthol because I'm running low on 26. I don't want to waste my nichrome, and I got plenty of Canthol. Micro staggertons. So do you know a micro is like something that's like super small? Like a micro staggerton, when like people think that that's like you know, like 3 pieces of like 0.3 with like just 28 gauge on the outside, or no, like even 30 gauge on the outside, like Clapton with like 42, or maybe people might even think it's smaller. So when you say like a micro Clapton, people think that it's a Clapton made up of like 36 and 46 or something. They used to think that micro and macro coil would be the inside diameter. So a macro coil would be like an 1/8 inch drill bit or a 3 millimeter. But a micro coil would be like a 1 millimeter. You would wrap it around something really small. Even like we used to wrap it around like a blunt needle, a blunt syringe needle. Canthol. I always do that. I always try to stretch Canthol and it just doesn't do it. So I'm going to switch drills. I don't need to be going that fast with aliens. Yeah, I know I've always heard you say the micro. And I always wondered if we're getting lost in translation, but I pretty much knew what you were talking about. So I'm going to take 16. I need about 3 feet of this. Let me just do 3 12-footers. Actually, no. I'm going to pull out 3 feet. So I'm going to get out about 3 feet of this 26 and cut it. I'm going to take the end, I'm going to bend a 90 in it. I'm going to put that into my drill. And now I'm going to take my needle noses and grab the other end of the 26. This is Canthol, that's why I'm twisting it. And I'm just going to twist. And this is going to do the same thing that the stretching does. It's going to make it straight. So that's 3 feet, pretty damn straight. So now I'm going to cut myself off 3. Let me see if I can get 3 12-inch pieces off. I'm going to do 3 11-inch pieces. So I'm going to cut it 1. I'm going to bring this down, line it up. 2 and 3. So now I'm going to take all 3 pieces, make them even, go down to this end, and cut them all even. What's up, Brad? Glad you decided to join us. We'll be doing a mohawk soon and a no stretch soon. So now I got 3 pieces. So I'm going to take these 3 pieces, put them through my swivel about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. All right, and I'm going to bend it. I'm going to bend it all the way past the long one. Bend it down. I'm going to get my needle noses. And I'm going to bring it around the back. And I'm going to wrap it around itself. Alright. And I'll show you what this setup looks like right after I'm done everything. So now I got all 3 pieces coming out. I'm going to pinch and I'm going to run my fingers all the way down the wire, keeping that same 3 aligned all the way down. And then I'm going to take the bottom one, because I should have 3 stacked right now, and I'm going to bend it down. Bottom one, bend it down. I'm going to take the top one and bend it up. And I already forgot something, damn it. Oh well. And I'm going to take the middle one and bend it towards me. Alright. Garen, awesome. Glad to hear it. I'm using the gores right now. I'm liking it. Alright, now I'm going to stick them 3 wires into my chuck, and each is going to have one of these spots. So 1 in here, 1 in here, and 1 in here. And as I close down the chuck, I want to make sure all 3 wires are tight together. Alright. Now usually I'll use something like this to hold my wire together. But I'm going to show you how to just use a piece of ribbon as a slider. And then I'll show you what my setup looks like. And then we'll stretch my alien and get this done. And then we'll move on to a no stretch. Okay, so now I'm going to get a piece of 0.4 ribbon, any kind of ribbon. You could use 0.5, 0.3, 0.8, whatever you want to use. I'm just going to get a little piece, about 2 inches big. Alright, I'm going to pinch the 3 wires coming out of my chuck. Yeah, you could also use Legos. Pinch it right here, and then I'm going to take the ribbon, stick that between my index finger and the 3 wires, and I'm going to wrap it flat, wrapping it flat around these 3 cores, and this is going to hold them in place as I do my alien. Now after I do like 3 or 4 wraps, I could take my nylon pliers or even needle nose pliers, it don't matter, and flatten it. And then after I do that, I like to wrap it one more time and flatten it again. And then I could just cut the excess off. I don't want that getting in my way. All right. Okay. Alright, so before I stretch this and do the alien, let me show you what my setup looks like. Close up. And you could even kind of see it from here. Same 3 wires, not twisted at all. All the way down to the swivel. No twists at all. It's coming straight 3 out of the swivel all the way down to my drill the entire way. Super important. Very important. Super important and very important are like the same thing. Coming out of my drill. 3 flat. There's my slider. And then them same 3. All the way across. So half the work's done for me. And there's my wire wrapped around itself. I use 0.8 for it sometimes. If you have 0.8, that's the best to use. You could use whatever though. You could use even 0.2. You could use a piece of 36 if you want. Wicked important. Just 2 pieces of Lego on either side. They close together. It's actually, I don't have any Lego to show you, but they're usually the 6x6 Lego, or the 6x2 Legos, and you just clip them on there, and that's what it works like. You kind of want the flatter ones, though. You don't want the tall Legos. You want the smaller, thinner ones, so there's not a lot of weight. All right. So remember my alien that I took off, or the decor, I took off my wire, and I had that little bit of wire sticking out that I held when I reversed. I'm going to take that part, and I have a clamp right here, and I'm going to clamp this part to my desk. Just like that. All right. Now, I'm going to grab the other end of my D core at the very end, and I'm going to stretch. And if you do 14 inches, you want to stretch it out at about, for this same exact alien, a 26 gauge, 36 gauge alien, 3 core, you did a 14-inch D core, you want to stretch this out about 11 feet. And then I put this down behind me. I'll show you what the stretch looks like, but it's always coming up into the drill. It's never coming, I never have it coming behind the drill. I have it coming up into the drill. That's what the stretch looks like. All right. Now, I'm going to take this wire. I did my Clapton in the clockwise motion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I just put the washer on because I forgot you told me not to. And nothing burst, but I need the washer closed to school. Can I just do it?
You already did it?
Well, I already put the water on and nothing burst yet.
The water came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good then. What's Ava yelling about? Alright. So I'm going to take this behind the wire and wrap it around one of the pieces sticking out. So now it's coming up and under, and I want to make sure my drill is going in reverse, the opposite of what I did the Clapton. Super important. Alright. So now I'm just going to start off slow and make sure that my stretch looks proper. Because sometimes you have to make your stretch. Sometimes if you understretch it, you got to stretch it a little bit as it comes up. Sometimes you got to put no pressure on it. All right, so you kind of got to figure it out in the beginning. So I'm just going to go and wait until I see the proper alien. And then I know what I have to do all the way down this wire. You always want to have an angle coming up into it. You don't want to have a 90 degree, and you definitely don't want to have less. You need to have an angle going into it. With all aliens, you got to lead the wire into the 3 cores. So I like to flatten it once I get about a 1/4 inch done. And now that my slider's here, I'm going to slide that down a bit. it's good to, like, once you get them aliens, it's good to just go fast. Once you get that feeling, it's way better to just hammer down on the trigger. Just trust yourself, especially after you have a lot of practice. So I'm actually going to just move this slider completely out of my way now. Now that I got a good amount done, there's no need for it if you prepped it the way I prepped mine. The thinnest I've ever used for aliens is 42. This ain't going correctly. Something's definitely up with my stretch. I haven't figured it out. Just a little bit of pressure I need. So I'll tell you something about what I do as I am fusing this. Alright, so let me show you first. So I definitely messed up in the beginning here. No big deal, maybe I'll get a full coil out of my nose stretch. That was basically just because I didn't get the right feeling down in the beginning. I was doing less pressure when I should have been doing more. What's the question? What kind of ohms would you get for doing 3 times 22 gauge alien with 28? That would be very low. I wouldn't suggest that. Alien with 28? That would be crazy low. That would be, I wouldn't do it. And all N80? That would be super low. Definitely a single coil. And there's why I messed up. But definitely got at least one coil. A single, no, not a single series at all. No, it's like a single still really low. Like even a single coil, it's going to be like a 0.5. He's saying 3 pieces of 22 gauge, aliens with 28, not a series. A piece of 22 Clapton with 28 would be super low. Two single coils in series. I'm lost now. No. You cut the resistance in half when you double the coils. You don't double it. Like putting two. Oh, you're talking about like an alter bridge kind of deal. Oh, okay. Yeah, you could do that. That might work. It would be a humongous coil. I would just suggest not doing that. Maybe for practice, but I wouldn't mount it and vape it. Two to 5 racks. Holy moly. Yeah. It would be incredibly hard to do. Yeah, it would be, I know what he's talking about now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the beginning of this 3 chord to do the no stretch. So I'm going to take off the bad stuff here. All right. So I don't have to prep all over again. Well, higher gauges are easier to alien until you start talking about 28, 26. I guess they are. All right. So now I'm going to get this 3 core here is nice and naked now. I'm going to get a piece of 0.5 ribbon, and I'm going to make a slider with this, because my slider is all the way on the other end of the first alien. So I'm going to cut about a 2-inch piece off of this 0.5 roll spool. I'm going to get my 3 wires, pinch them, and wrap this ribbon around the 3 wires. Nice and flat, nice and tight. 3 times, crimp it, and then do 1 more time, and crimp it again. So the prep would be the same for a no stretch. All right, everything to this point is the same. The way you get a decor, everything. Now, no stretch is good for humongous decors because you don't have to stretch it out and you don't have to have a lot of room behind you. So what you do is you take your decor, all right? I'm going to take the straight piece off of this decor, and I'm going to wrap it around one of the pieces at 26 sticking out of my drill chuck. Now, same deal, my drill has to be in reverse. Now, the beginning of this no stretch, you do want to stretch it a bit. You want to stretch it to where you would stretch a regular alien. So I just stretched that out a little bit. And then I'm going to start. So the idea is to get the alien where it should be. I would suggest learning an alien before this, but whatever. A regular alien. But some people don't. So the idea is the stretch is above my fingers now. The idea is to keep on aliening until you get the proper pressure and the proper angle. All right. And then whenever I get the proper pressure in my fingers and the proper length down, I'm going to stop there and hold it and then just move my hand down the wire. So there goes a mohawk. Let me try this again. Now, I never claimed to be good at these. Ever in my life have I claimed to be good at no stretches. I got it the last time though, so let me start all over now because I only have about 5 inches to work with. When you can bang out an alien in 5 minutes and 30 seconds, you don't need to learn how to no stretch. So stick that in your plate and smoke it. I'm stubborn at all things. So I stretched it a bit. I gotta stretch it a little more, I think. I'll get the proper alien. Get this slider out of my way. I always go to a mohawk with these, always. It's because I'm not stretching it enough, that's why. I think it's also, I might need to, if your hands feel like it's, the wire's not moving through them freely, you could get some water and put it on your fingers. I think that's what I need to do. And I think I'm not stretching it enough in the beginning.